Hey everybody! I recently received this package from xppen. They sent me their Artist Pro 16 to unbox and review. I should mention that this product review is for the Art Star program of xppen. I've tested this product for about 2 weeks, and I shall be sharing my thoughts and experiences with their graphic pen display. The moment you open the box, you're greeted by this little guy, and you can see xppen's customer service information. It feels like it's designed to be a tablet, similar to the weight of my iPad Pro. The product is also quite thin, and it feels like it was meant to be designed for even more portability. The matte finish of the screen display is anti-glare and has a nice tactile feel to it. The screen protector on top is also replaceable in case of any wear and tear. On the side of the tablet, you can find the power and brightness adjustment buttons. The Artist Pro 16 has 8 express keys and 2 roller touch buttons that could be set to either brush size or zoom. The other stuff that's included in the box are 4 power plug options, HDMI and power cables with USB-C, quick guide and wiper cloth, xppen glove, and pen case. The pen case is pretty nifty, and it can easily be opened with a slight push. The rubber material inside keeps the pen from falling off, and the pen has a very light feel to it. Inside, there are 9 extra black nibs. Nib replacement also doesn't feel like a chore anymore. Simply put the pen inside the nib hole and it will pull out easily. The nib is also kept in place afterwards. For size comparison, I've placed my pen display next to my 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I then headed over to xppen's website to install the driver for the Artist Pro 16. To calibrate the pen, I tried my best to align my stylus tip with the red cursor's center point. Upon setup, I adjusted my monitor settings to my liking, as well as my pen shortcuts and pressure adjustments. I'm quite light-handed when I draw, so I tweak the pressure sensitivity accordingly. I use Photoshop primarily for painting and drawing on my Mac, so assigning shortcuts to the express keys may come in handy, although I've left most at default for the time being. Shortcut designations can also be done with other programs. Sometimes I prefer to draw in cafes. The ambience seems to aid my creativity quite a bit. So, let's talk about the drawing experience. Thus, here we are in Photoshop. For the record, this is my first xppen product, and I was honestly blown away. The stylus nib is very steady and doesn't wobble at all. In my opinion, the grip and drawing experience is synonymous to that of an Apple Pencil. Overall, I was very pleased with the pressure sensitivity as I was inking these sketches. The matte film isn't slippery at all, and provides enough paper-like friction as I drew. If pen calibration is done right, the mark making is pretty much spot on and virtually no parallax. These are original characters I have been working on. I'm currently inking a character for the Tiger Chinese New Year. Here, I'm using my personal brushes that I have made initially in Procreate and then recreated them in Photoshop. I propped up the device using my laptop stand since it's light enough. Let's see how the product performs in stylized digital painting renders. Here, I am blocking in my value structure using gray flats. I find that a solid base is the foundation of a successful painting. just so that the painting has a structure to hang on to. Subsequent to values, I then focus on colors. Generally, if something works in black and white, it'll work in full color. On another note, I must say I enjoyed painting for hours on this tablet. I'm digging this so much that I prefer using xpen's new X3 pen over my previous Wacom Intuos pen. The screen's maximum brightness is just right for me and can always be adjusted. Whenever I paint, it's important to have clean edges. It also helps to make a painting look more polished. I generally accomplish this using the lasso tool. I switch my image consistently between grayscale and color to check on my value structure. I used dot gain 10% to make the image grayscale temporarily. Doing this also gives my eyes a fresh perspective on the piece. To avoid having a stale painting, I try to keep the piece alive by having a story in my head. For me, it's all about the intent on who this character is. Generally, I zoom in to focus on details, and zoom out to check if everything works as a whole. There are times when I will redesign shapes in order to get a better flow or read. Oftentimes, I rotate the canvas to achieve a sleeker brush stroke. Okay, let's talk about who this tiger is for a second. I decided to call him Jones. He works as a club bouncer in the quote-unquote urban jungle, thus the suit and tie. He's beefy, ferocious, but has a sweet side to him. So if you hand over your ID and don't cause any ruckus, you're on his good side. Whenever I'm painting a dark material, I find it easier to build from dark to light to control value. That way I won't go too dark or too bright. In blocking shapes, hard brushes are the way to go. This prevents vague edges that results from soft or textured brushes. For me, clear, streamlined shape language is key to effective character design, especially in stylized work. Using these brushes I have made helped me optimize my workflow. I always play around with brushes until they feel right. If you're interested in getting my brushes, check out at Brush Impact on Instagram. Here, I'm adjusting my color and values at the same time with the hue saturation slider. Seif Crack's brush is my current favorite. It's a rectangular block with some tooth to it. I find that using a 30 to 40% brush flow is ideal for transitional areas like his brow region. Smudging is like icing on the cake, and I tend to do it near the finish line. So I tend to go brush, then smudge for a smoother feel on the fur. Pen tool selection takes a while to do, but the results are worth it. There will be times when the lasso tool isn't enough for me and a more specific tool is needed. That's where the pen tool comes in handy with this mouth shape. Our tiger bouncer here needs to look a bit more hip. To look like club material, let's give him some hipster glasses. So I created a quick elliptical selection. I simply went to Edit, Stroke to create an outline. I used the same oval marquee selection to create the lenses. Let's make them red in the meantime. I think green reads better for his fur color. The green glasses clearly pop out against the red-orange fur. I made another design for his eyeglasses. Who knows, it could be a better fit. I'm now blocking in Wayfarer design shapes, which I will be painting on. I warped the straight edge and bent them to look more like Wayfarers. Here, I'm onion skinning from what I've designed before to bring back what was initially intended for the design. Huge thanks to xppen once again for being kind enough to send me their tablet. I look forward to keep using this device for both my personal and professional work. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and learned a thing or two. See you on the next one.